Hey everybody, it's Steve from Commercial Forest Products, and today I'm going to talk to you about Fine Woodworking's video entitled How to Buy Rough Lumber. Now, this is not a hater video. I actually like the video a lot. It makes some good points, but they do omit a couple of points that I think are relevant if you're going to buy rough-sawn lumber from your local distributor. Point number one. Okay, at the 1:15 mark, Asa is packing his lumber satchel, and one tool he conspicuously leaves out is a moisture meter. I would recommend bringing a moisture meter to the yard with you when you select your lumber. The reason is that people often make the assumption that just because lumber is sitting on the racks that it's going to be well kiln dried. That's not always the case. And this is something you want to find out while you're at the yard, not later on at the job site or at your workshop. If you find this out a couple weeks after you buy the lumber and you go back to try and get some kind of resolution, your friend there behind the desk, Jeff, is not going to be of much help to you. He'll probably say you might have done it on the job site, and the reality is you might have. It's hard to tell. That's why you want to find out beforehand. Point number two. Okay, at the 2:45 mark, Asa again chimes in and says that he wants to avoid, or that you should avoid, the sapwood in the walnut. And to me, that's just a personal preference. If there is a technical reason for avoiding the sapwood, or if you just like the way it finishes, that's one thing, but I feel like they should state that. But as far as I can tell, he just doesn't want any sapwood in his project. Personally, I like sapwood. I say use it. Point number three. At the 4-minute and 2-second mark, both guys make their way over to the thicker walnut where they're looking for stock to make legs. What they don't do here is they just instinctively go over to the thick walnut pile. They don't ask for a lower grade, which I would recommend you do. Especially with a product like walnut, there's a huge difference between FAS grade, number 1 common, and number 2 common grade. And if you can save money by getting a lower grade for parts that you're basically cutting into small pieces anyway, that would save you a lot of money, and they don't bother to ask. Point number 4. At the 4-minute and 30-second mark, they talk a little bit about the benefits of rough-sawn walnut lumber in particular. One thing they don't mention, which you should know, is when you buy rough lumber, you're probably going to get a better grade of product than you do surfaced. And the reason is, according to NHLA standards, rough lumber is graded from the worst face, whereas plain lumber is graded from the best face. Point number 5. At the 5-minute and 25-second mark, the guys are making their way out of the yard. They've been loaded with their walnut. They're driving away. They make the comment that the lumber company will be willing to cut wood in half to help you fit it in your car or truck. Well, that may or may not be the case. Some companies won't do it for insurance reasons, so I would not count on the lumber company helping you with that. Rather, I would suggest bringing a portable saw or jigsaw with you anytime you feel like there may be an issue with fitting lumber into your car or truck. This is Steve from Commercial Forest Products. Thanks for watching.